Hello and welcome to another mystifying minisode with me, Klaus Endomere. So, as usual, you know what's gonna happen. In this minisode, in the background there's gonna be some menial work, which this time is me just digging a hole in the mines. And yeah, there's a bit of caving in the middle somewhere, but presumably it'll be too fast for you to really see. But anyway, normal formats. First I'll talk a bit about the channel, then I'll talk about updates about other stuff, and then we'll talk about a little story, which in this case isn't really a story anyway. So, first happening at the channel, I have just come off my hiatus, and there's sort of little bad news. Basically, over my hiatus we received 6 new members. So Harley, which is Mrs. Winchester. We have CDR, who's also known as Nimsrod. We have JT, 3344 or something like that. Don't quote me on it. Kagame. We've got Brendan D. Renders. And we have one more person who I can't for the life of me remember. But anyway, so we've got some new members, and it's rejuvenating Raincloud quite nicely. And yeah, so that's going on the server. On my channel, I have started to get interviews with... So, it's interviews, quote, just making a video with them. Essentially, we're just going to be talking with them whilst we're going around looking at their bases, what they've got future plans, and this, that, and the other. You know, whatever comes up, really. Okay, so that's on the channel. On other news, basically, I was talking about bad news before, and the problem is summer has rolled round, and for me, this is my essentially second year of graduating. I was supposed to graduate last year, but this, that, and the other happened, and it's all a bit hectic. But yeah, so I'm supposed to be graduating this year, which means I am going into the job market. So during the summer, I will be looking for jobs. There will be times where I will probably not be able to release videos, or knowing my sleep schedule, I'll probably still make it anyway. But it does mean that the videos might not come as thick and fast, as they did, say, pre-hiatus. So there is that. The other thing that's also gonna inhibit my video production is essentially because over the summer I will have sort of relatives coming over from China who want to visit England, and I am going to be sort of driving and translating for them along the way. So we're going to be going to Scotland, might be going to Europe again, and I might be taking a trip over to Ireland, and there's a lot of stuff to do essentially. Right, so what does that mean? There will be a stint of time where I will not be able to produce Minecraft videos because I will presumably be in Scotland, and yes, I will have my laptop, but I will probably not be able to play any stable games due to being in hotels and all that kind of stuff, meaning I will not be at home and I won't have the time to crank out these videos. Okay, so what I will be doing as a substitute is essentially I will be doing what I did in Ireland at the start of this year. I will be taking photos. I will be taking videos. Yes, on my potato of a smartphone, I will be taking videos. I don't understand why the quality is so bad when the camera is supposed to be one of the best ones on the market. But anyway, that's besides the point, completely irrelevant. So we will be doing that, and I will be posting my vlogs and what we've been traveling, what we've been eating, keeping in mind that in the background there will probably be very, very loud Chinese people, because that's who I'm showing around this summer. So if anybody even mentions that, it's just gonna be a moot point. Anyway, so that's the first bit of bad news, I guess. It's not really a bad news. I get sort of a working holiday out of it. Yes, I'll be working, but at the same time, I will be getting free food. I think. I don't know. They might just starve me. Oh dear. This does not bode well for a fat man. Anyway, The other piece of bad news is, as you may know, if you are sort of any sort of tech head, you will have seen that there has been a release of the GTX 1080, the new graphics card, the new flagship, and it's being released in May 10th. That kind of area. The 1070 is a bit earlier, or I may have gotten those days mixed around. But that means for a very long time I've been wanting to create my own Windows rig. Essentially build it from scratch and, have everything that's good on it. It was going to cost me an arm and a leg, but I was going to do it because I wanted to play the games. I wanted to pump production out up to 1080 because this is my hobby. And what do you spend money on? Your hobbies and what you want to do, right? I enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and I enjoy when people give me feedback. One of the most popular feedbacks is, you're kind of recording with a potato. And yes, I do get it. And I know it's terrible, and yes, I do want to improve the quality. So that's what I'm planning to do. But since the 1080 has come out, it has put a wrench in my works. So I have to wait for the 1080 to essentially hit the market before ordering one. I guess it's like pre-ordering one and then it sort of getting to me, and then I start ordering all the other components and then start like putting this thing together. I was thinking of live streaming it, but then I decided against it, from advice from people like Dino Cow and BJ on the server, essentially, because they said if you're interacting with people and and you're doing it for the first time, you might slip up and something could go wrong. So yeah, essentially you don't want to blow this rig because it's going to be quite expensive, and yes, it is going to be quite expensive. So I'll be doing it by myself. In a secluded room, dark room somewhere, all that kind of stuff, because I'm a computer gremlin, everyone knows that. Anyway, so I'll be doing that, and I will be taking photos, and I'll be taking some videos and that kind of deal. And then as I move on to my new rig and set everything up and all that kind of stuff, I will be, they'll be releasing another Minisode to sort of update you guys on what's happening. Okay, so those are the two pieces of bad news this summer. Yes, well, sort of three bad pieces of news, but honestly, the other one was inevitable. The job one was inevitable. I would love to do this full time, but as I've mentioned on numerous occasions, I would love to, and that's the dream. But right now, it's still a hobby, and one day, maybe. But anyway, moving on from the point, my little story is sort of gonna be regarding my my smartphone, essentially. And the history of it, how I bought it 2 years ago. How I bought it 2 years ago, and it served me really well as a functional everyday smartphone. Yeah. So 2 years ago, I worked my first sort of summer job, and yeah, I went and bought this new flagship of a phone that came out like half a year before that, and it was great. It felt brand spanking new in my hands, and it had been a very long time since I had held a new phone in my hands. Of course, immediately I bought a very durable case for it, and because I am prone to dropping things, including my hopes and dreams, just onto the floor. Anyway, so I haven't. The first time I was yes, great. I'm gonna start maybe vlogging with it, because I see a lot of people just recording with their phones and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, if they can do it, surely I can do it, right? Wrong. The first vlog I ever did revealing my face, yes, it's the one that's been labeled "Please use eye bleach carefully," and but it's probably gonna turn a lot of people to like just. I don't know, gouging their own eyes out after seeing my face. But I was just like, the quality wasn't as crisp as I'd liked it to be. And I was just like, why exactly? It supported a camera that was 21 megapixels, which was huge for a smartphone compared to like the Samsung of the time, compared to the Apple of the time. It was head and shoulders above it. I mean, I have a Sony Z3, which now it's a Z5 coming out, and it still supports a 23 megapixel camera, which is still head and shoulders above everyone else. But then I'm just like, maybe it has something to do with, pixel density, megapixels and pixel density doesn't really translate over to videos. I mean, that could be it. And I'm just thinking, that's kind of sad. But I mean, the photos I've inserted into the vlog are very, very crisp. And I'm just like, that's great. You know what? We'll just keep it as that. So this time round, I've still got my Z3 and I'm still going to be recording with it, but hopefully, since I've got my battery pack with me, I'm going to try and record it in like 4K, so the video is slightly better quality. I don't know what's wrong with it. I mean, it might just be, I'm stupid, I haven't cranked up the settings, or it's stupid like that. It's me. Anything could really happen at this point. So, anyway, so I've just been talking about my thing. I'm like, that's really weird, and it's led me on this whole journey of looking up stuff like, oh, does megapixels mean it's a better video quality? Of course it doesn't, stupid Klaus. You shouldn't even be asking such a question. Yeah, stupid me has just asked the question. I've gone to Google, found the answer, and yeah, I felt terrible about it because I'm a very dim person. Anyway, moral of the story: if you're interested in something, Google is your best friend. Go Google it, and it has opened doors for me. Like, just doors upon doors. Anyway, that's my story today. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm not going to be making many minisodes like I used to, because, seriously, my channel really doesn't update that often. And the only reason I'm making this one is because I don't want to just suddenly, oh yes, I'm back, and then, drop off the face of the planet when I might have like 3 or 4 weeks where I'm just gone, and then just back again with no explanation. I wanted you guys to stay informed of what I'm doing, and because you guys are sort of the bread and butter of my hobby, and it's starting to become really enjoyable making videos because I'm getting some really positive feedback. And at the time of this video, we have like just passed 100 subscribers. It's a momentous occasion. There will be a subscriber milestone coming up, and yeah, it'll be great. So I'm finally celebrating like a real milestone. I can't wait. It's absolutely exciting for me. I'm sat here going, ooh, it's 100 people like what I'm doing, yay! And that was like the worst interpretation of like an excited voice. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this mystical mini-sode. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.